Hey, what's up guys? Peter here giving you a look at Lollipop on the LG G3, as well as a quick comparison to the G2, which basically just using LG's old interface, and the Nexus 6, just some stock Android goodness. So let's get into it real quick. And I haven't checked lately, but I think hell might have frozen over, because if you look closely, this is the Verizon version of the G3, and Verizon normally is not known for timely updates, and this is relatively, and I use that word loosely, relatively timely. Especially lately, Verizon's been pretty good about pushing out updates, so it's kind of awesome, I think. So going into the phone itself and the interface, you can see that it does have the new notification lock screen, which I'm very fond of. I like it. It makes a lot of sense to me because most of the interaction that I do on my phone anymore, I can just get through my lock screen. It saves me a couple steps of just my day, so it's kind of nice. You can interact with it just like you would your notification shade, because if you pull down, there are your quick toggles. So let's get out of that real quick and get into the interface itself. You can see it does have the new soft keys down there, which some people are fond of, some people aren't. Really up to your personal preference. Up top here we do have, like I mentioned, the new notification shade. One thing that's worth noting is it is a one-stage notification shade, meaning on most phones, or I should say on stock phones like the Nexus 6, when you pull down the notification shade, you'll get your notifications, and then you pull again, and you'll get your quick toggles like I'm about to show you here. So I have the notifications right now, but you swipe down, nothing, and then again you'll get your quick toggles. Here it's just one fell swoop, and I think practically speaking it probably does make a little more sense, but whatever, that's just a minor little thing. So there you go. That's one little tweak that they've added to it. A lot of it is honestly just little animations or little things that kind of add to the whole experience, or even just setting the groundwork for future updates. Stuff like when you open something, it expands in a way that makes sense. Same with when you close it. You open an application, we'll go to the dialer for example, it comes up from the bottom. The dialer did receive a little bit of love, I think, but not a whole lot. One app that did get a little bit of a facelift is the contacts. You can see the floating action button here. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. So nothing too crazy, but subtle little tweaks that are, technically speaking, working with the material design language. So I'm glad to see that LG's at least trying. Same with messaging, you've got the floating action button, it's kind of there. We'll go into settings real quick and give you a quick peek at that. Overall, not that different than what it used to be, but a little bit of a facelift, maybe a slight color palette change. Honestly, the settings itself, I don't think really saw much of a change. If you go into the recents menu, which I really like this new card stack design, some people don't, again, I do. It's got the new Lollipop design, which I think is great. Stuff goes in and out the way it kind of intuitively makes sense. Comes up from the bottom, goes down that way. Dual window is still here. Another feature that I wish stock Android would have, but doesn't. Still works just fine. That's really most of the major updates you'll see, visually speaking, with Lollipop. And then little API tweaks here and there, and just subtle programming stuff. The camera app itself has stayed the same, which I thought it was pretty good to begin with. So there you have that. One thing that this update has showed me is that for the most part the G3 can take it, but sometimes it kind of stutters and drops frames every once in a while. And right now it seems okay, but I'd say 1 out of every 10 times it kind of stutters a little bit. You can kind of tell here every once in a while it'll drop a frame, like there you go, right there. Most of the time it works just fine, and it's not anything that's really going to bother you that much, but it's kind of, I don't know, a little bit in the back of my mind it kind of just annoys me. So here's the G2, which is running LG's old interface. Basically this is just to show how far they've come. So new LG, old LG. Come quite a long way. I do quite like this a lot more. But this G2 is still kicking actually. So that's pretty much it as far as major changes with Lollipop goes. If there's anything specifically you want to see, do let me know. Put it down below. This is the official update from Verizon. You might not be able to get it right now because the way that I got this was somebody pulled it off of, I don't know, they intercepted it when someone else was updating and they got the file for everybody, and it's 100% officially official. It's what you're gonna get. It's just downloaded and flashed manually, not even flashed, updated, because this phone is completely stock. I mean, it's not rooted or anything like that. So this is what you will get. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. But outside of that, that's all for now. It's been Peter. Make sure if you like this, do the usual. You've been on YouTube enough to know what people are going to ask you to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one.